can go and change it. Hey everybody, so I came on live today. I was supposed to go on at 6:30, but I decided to finish eating dinner and then come on at 7. But I also couldn't wait, so I was like, I'll just do it now. Um, and so I wanted to come on and actually tell my story about why I've been, like, how I've been losing weight, and why I've been using these products that I keep posting about. And it's because these products have changed my life. And I wanted to tell my story about that and why I started taking them, because there is a reason, and it's not just, I wanted to detox. So I wanted to start off and talk about where I began with why I started taking the IASO teas, and just how they changed my life and where I am now. So story starts in 2017. It's my birthday, and literally the day of my birthday. And I'm on a walk during my lunch hour, and I get this massive pain in the bottom base of my spine, basically right at my tailbone. Um, I get this horrible pain, and then I just kind of fall to my knees because I've never been put down that quickly when it comes to pain. And this freaking pain was so bad, like I had to call my coworker to come pick me up. I was like half a mile from my workplace, but I was like, can you come pick me up? Because I am literally dying. And so she picked me up, and then I drove my butt to the ER because I was like, I don't know what's going on. Like, I can't stand up straight. And so I go to the ER, and I'm there all by myself. Like, my boyfriend doesn't know, none of my friends know. Nobody knows that I'm at the ER. I think I had told my boss I was going to urgent care, but I was like, I'm going to the fucking hospital because this has to happen. So I go to the hospital, and I am in so much pain. I remember being on the gurney and just crying for my mom, but she couldn't be there. She was like 500 miles away. So I'm laying there, and I get an MRI done, which was the worst experience ever because they made you not move. Like, I had to lay on the spot on my back because it's like down here, right in my butt. I had to lay on that spot just so that they could get pictures for the MRI. And I'm like, this is literally the most painful thing you could make me do right now. Why are you making me do this? So it turns out I had a herniated disc, and I finally found out later that degenerative disc disease runs in my family. That's really great to know. But the disc had inflamed. It had slipped, and then it had inflamed. So basically I have like this giant like ball of ouch at the bottom of my spine. Excuse the light, the sunlight's coming in. It's evening time. And so I have this giant ball of herniated disc at the bottom of my spine. Basically right at my rump, like right at my butt crack, like it's there. And this was horrible news for me, because I was like, I was a workaholic, like I always worked, and I'm like, so I can't go to work, so I have to take time off, so that's money I'm losing. Great, that's awesome, thanks. But so the results were remarkable enough for the ER doc to send me a referral to a surgeon for the next day. Now, getting an appointment with a surgeon that quickly is unheard of. And it's like, this is serious. If you get set up, hey, Justine, if you get sent to see a surgeon as soon as you're in the hospital, it's like, holy shit, like what's going on? Like, what's happening to me that I have to see a surgeon ASAP? And so hey, boss queen, thanks for stopping by. I'm just telling my story, because I didn't properly say it before, but anyway. And so I wasn't able to sit on my bottom. I wasn't even able to stand straight. Like, I had to walk like this, like total like 45-degree angle, and my back was in so much pain. And so with all of that pain, and not being able to sit. I took all the medications and, hey, Latrice. And, I didn't really need a lot of pain meds. So the doctor assumed, well, hold on, I just skipped ahead. So 8 days later, after I'm in the ER, literally a week later, I'm in the ER again. But the second time I'm in the ER is not for my back. It's for my butt. In the sense that I hadn't had a bowel movement in 8 days. 8 days without a bowel movement. Now, if you've ever been constipated, that really sucks. But if you've only been constipated for like a few days, then that's no biggie. But if you go 8 days without it, boy, does that suck a lot. Hey, Mason, how are you doing? Good to see you guys. And so 8 days without pooping. Seriously, it was awful. I felt like my stomach was distended like out to here. I felt absolutely horrible. So I go to the ER and they pump me full of like, this is my first real enema. So this is going to get graphic. So sorry. So I had my first real enema and that was interesting. But 2.5 liters still didn't move anything. I left the hospital, no bingo. I was so pissed, but they were like, trust me, like if you don't get it, if it doesn't happen in the next like couple hours, then yeah, come on back. So I was like, okay. And sorry, Mace, I'm telling my story. It's all the gross part's almost over, I promise. So I go to home and la-di-da, it happens. But then ever since then, now this is like September 2017. Hi, Mariella. Ever since then, after that final release, after 8 days of not going poo, I've had problems ever since. Majorly irregular bathroom visits. And I'm talking like twice a week. Like, it was bad. And this did not stop up until about December of 2020. I've been living with this crap literally for 4 years. And so, well, 3 at that time, but still dealing with it because I still have to take care of it. But since that freaking nightmare of pooping, it's never been natural or regular for me. And even if I changed my diet, and even if when I first moved back here, sorry, I'm really bad at rambling and going on to different subjects, so try to keep up. If you can't, I'm sorry. So when I moved back home to Oregon, I lived in Idaho. All this happened in Idaho. When I moved back to Oregon, hey Maisha, hey Hannah, I established with a new doctor here and, told her everything that's been going on. And she's like, oh, interesting. Have you tried Miralax and stool softeners? I said, yeah. And she goes, well, let's try it again, but you do it for like 6 to 8 weeks. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that for 6 to 8 weeks. Like before I only did it like a week, maybe 2, but she wanted me to do a whole like 2 months. And I was like, all right, you the doc. So I do what you do. And nothing. Miralax is a laxative. Like, once you drink it, you're like, and even magnesium citrate, and if anybody's had constipation or had a child that was constipated, magnesium citrate, that stuff works pretty quick. That didn't even freaking work for me. Stool softeners, nothing worked. I went back to the doctor and she was like, what? I was like, no, I've had nothing. I probably spent like $50 on Miralax and like $50 on stool softeners and magnesium citrate and everything at the pharmacy is going to help me go poo. And she's like, you should have like massive diarrhea. I'm like, I don't. So thanks. And she was like, well, I guess we could just keep trying. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, doc, you're all dried up from like reasons and remedies. And she's like, I was like, oh my gosh. So, that was like January of 2020. And so then going through the whole year during COVID and quarantine and all that jazz, I met Justine in a boot camp that I did during quarantine. It was like March or April. I had to work from home for a few months when I was working for a surgeon's office. And so I met Justine through this business boot camp that we did during quarantine. And she reached out to me about something. I can't remember who reached out to who, but in December of 2020, I told her my story. And I was like, yeah, I've had all these issues with pooping and, going to the bathroom and having regulars and, regular visits, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, let me send you something. She sent me the IASO tea, this little packet, this instant tea. And this is a detox tea. And it's supposed to pull all of the detox, like the icky toxins that are just sticking in your belly. It's not just, oh, I ate a whole bag of Cheetos today, so I better detox. It's like, I haven't gone to the bathroom for a while, and, I'm just full of just bloat and ick. And she goes, just try it. If it doesn't work, then that's fine. As long as you tried it, it's no big deal. But, let me know if you have any questions. And I was like, okay. And so I drank this, and within hours, I mean hours, like 2 hours from drinking this, I was in the bathroom for like a half hour. That was more than you needed to know. But yeah, she slid right into my DM. I remember that. And I was like, who's this? I was like, oh wait, I know Justine. She's from the Carla boot camp. And then we just started talking, and she just sends me these beauties, and I was like, oh dang. So she reaches out to me again, and she was like, so how'd you like the tea? And I was like, I need all of it. I was like, what is this stuff, and where can I get more of it? And so she started to send me a little bit more samples, and I actually bought a bag because I was like, this is legit. And I even talked to my boyfriend at the time. He was like, babe, if it's $60 to make you feel better, he's like, I was like, it's so much money, like it's a lot of money, but it really works. He's like, if it works, get it. You've gone through the trials of, the over-the-counter stuff and seeing your doctor and all that stuff. And he's like, you found something that actually works. You feel better on it. And I'm like, oh, God. Oh, God, that I followed up. Yeah, she did follow up. So follow up on those samples. I have to do the same. But follow up on those samples, because you don't know who's actually going, where do I get more of these? And they're afraid to reach out. So definitely reach out. But it's now 2021, and I regularly use this, and I only use it, I don't use it like every single day or every week or something like that, because this is supposed to be 5 days you use it, once in a row, one tea bag a day, and then 2 days off. And it does detox. It pulls all the toxins out of your body. It can clear up skin. I don't have acne problems, thank God for that, but people have actually cleared up their acne from this tea. And my biggest thing was, it helped me poop. Like, it helped me poop. I'm not saying this is a cure-all if you're constipated, you have chronic constipation or something. It's not going to cure it, but this sure as hell helped me, because I was smitten that day. Smitten. I was like, this is some, this is some magic shit. Like, where has this been my whole life? Why am I just now learning about it? And so and it clears up eczema, and it's such a wonderful product, and it's all natural. My favorite part is that it's all natural, because I don't like pills and synthetic shit. It's not my thing. If it's an antibiotic, yeah, I gotta use it. But if it's something that's man-made and like created in a lab, I'm not too keen on it. But all of these ingredients occur in nature, and they're just packed in here, right in here. And so I get a healthy natural detox, which helps move everything through. And that doesn't give me regular bowel movements. However, it does clear the way for the regular. It's like tearing down a wall that's been up for 4 years, and it's like, finally everything can move. Yay! And it was just, it's an amazing tea. And I had to tell people about it because, and I had to tell my story properly. I've tried to tell it before, but I got a little nervous. And so I just, but now I'm like, you know what, forget it. I'm going live. You guys are going to hear about my pooping problems and you're going to hear me talk about this amazing tea because this stuff literally changed everything for me. And that was this year, 2021. In January of 2021, I signed on with Justine to order this, more of this, and to join her team and to just spread the word of these awesome products because I am a product of this product. This is my jam. This is my number one jam. I will never not use this. Like, I'm not going to go take Miralax. I'm not going to do any of the stool softeners. You know, I'm like, no, I'm good. I got something. But what's really helping me regulate my diet is my NutriBurst. So the NutriBurst is actually what helped me start waking up early in the morning to start working out and exercising. I felt so good after this that I was like, damn, like I can do anything. And so I did. And it took a long time because I am a lazy girl. I'm lazy. Okay. Straight up. I'm lazy. And so hence why I'm, overweight and all that kind of stuff. But, shit happens. People have depression and life happens. But once I got cleared up of the shit, it made room for good stuff. Very good stuff. This liquid vitamin is amazing. It's literally gold, like liquid life, if you will. I call coconut water liquid life because that is liquid life. Best hangover cure ever. Coconut water. Do it now. But this tea took away my problem of massive bloating and gas and just, well, actually you wouldn't be able to fart because, if you're backed up, well, I have zero filter and I am not ashamed of anything I say. So if you're like, oh my God, well, that's me. Welcome. And so it's really, this tea, there's a fly on me. This tea paved the way for everything in my life to change. Because as soon as I did, I got this stuff, NutriBurst. This is my number 2 because this is an amazing liquid vitamin that I swear by. Legit, the first day I took this, I took it and I was like, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. No, it wasn't 5 o'clock in the morning. I think it was like 6:30 because I was getting up to get ready to go to work, and I work like 30 minutes away. So I have about a half-hour commute every morning one way. And so I took this in the morning, and literally the first thing that came to my mind was, I could get up early and work out if I have this. Because it was instantaneous. I felt like I could go do whatever I could. I was like, I can go run around the fucking block like 300 times and I feel great. And so, sorry, I just ate dinner. So now I'm like talking and now acid reflux. I'm like, ah. Yeah, the NutriBurst you feel in 30 seconds. Swear to God, just like Mariella says, this stuff is bomb. The next day, I started to get up at like 5, took a shower. Well, I tried to get up at 5. I told myself I'd get up at 5, and I got up at 5:50 to go walk on my street, and because I wasn't part of the gym at that time. And so this stuff, literally, I would take it in the morning, and then I'm like, okay, like, what am I going to work on now? Like, what am I going to do? It's such an amazing boost. And yes, literally burst. It's a burst of energy. And the nice thing about this is that if you use this clears out your intestines of all the icky stuff that's been building up, and all the stuff that's been giving you really bad gas or like acne or eczema, anything like that. Well, your bowels don't cause eczema, but anyway, once this does its job and clears out your intestines and your tummy, this stuff gets absorbed much faster. Now this liquid vitamin, compared to like over-the-counter multivitamins that you get at the store, like one a day and all the other stuff that you get, like generics, and one capsule you get everything, or one tablet and you get everything. Well, those tablets, the monster horse pills that you get, are about 30 to 40% absorption rate. So you're only getting about 40% of what's in that tablet. It's like, here's all your vitamins, but you can only have like this many. Here's all your vitamins, but you get this much. And then you pee out the rest. And it's like, well, what's the point of that? This NutriBurst is 98% absorption. You get all of it. All of it in your tummy, in your body. And I tell you what, my nails grow faster, my hair grows faster, and it's just the compilation of vitamins. This one liquid vitamin equals 10 salads. There's your veggies. There's your greens. There's your superfoods. There's your whole foods. There's your phytonutrients. There's your amino acids. Everything is in this liquid vitamin, and it's bomb, phenomenal, stupendous, every word you can think of that is not amazing, because I use the word amazing a lot, so I'm trying to expand my vocabulary. But this liquid vitamin is amazing, especially after you have this tea, because you just feel, you don't feel empty, but you feel lighter. You feel so much lighter because you're just like, I'm not having to topple over because I am like, you know, bloated, or, you know, I just ate a whole like wheel of cheese and a whole like baguette of bread. And like, there are some times where you just eat horrible, like over the, send me one through the phone, I'm out. Okay. But even like over the holidays or something, like, so for, what was it? What was the house holiday we just had? 4th of July. We ate like pigs. The next day, you use this, and it can help flush all that stuff out. So then your body isn't like, okay, let's store all of these hot dogs. Let's store all of these Doritos. Let's store all of this ice cream that we've just eaten over the last 48 hours. This will get rid of it before it has a chance to cause harm to your body. But that also kind of leads into, you kind of have to eat better, which is what I've been doing. I've been trying to eat better and control my cravings and, you know, all this kind of stuff. And so, but I had to tell my story about these teas, because this tea literally changed my life. It changed my body, and it changed my mind, because now that something is fixed, quote, fixed, or at least I have a solution and I know what's going on, I can fix other parts of my life now. That's why I started getting up in the morning and taking my NutriBurst and just going, you know what, I'm going to go walk. I'm going to go walk for 40 minutes. Or like, I'm going to walk for 30 minutes, and then I hit to 40, and then 45 minutes, and then an hour. And then when Mike, my hubby, he got a job up, and his schedule was the same as mine, that's when I joined the gym. And I was like, well, I can work out from like 6 to 8 or 6 to 7:30. I was like, 90 minutes of working out? Hell yeah. And I was like, that was my glow up. That was my level up to, okay, girl, you've been working out at home. You've been taking your products. Guess what? Now you get to go work out in a gym. And so taking my products and then going to the gym, it's a different kind of monster, if you will, because here at home, I just, you know, put on my clothes and I took my stuff and I was like, la, 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 I'm going to go walk. Well, now I have to get up, get my stuff, eat, you know, drink my NutriBurst, first thing in the morning, empty stomach, best on an empty stomach, so your body can just go and just pig out on all of these good stuff in this vitamin. And it's, now with the going to the gym, you know, I have more of a routine. I get up, I take my NutriBurst, I, you know, wash my face, brush my teeth, get dressed for the gym. I get my bag that I pack my lunch, make my breakfast, which is usually like a protein shake. It all started to snowball into this wonderful routine of make Emily better again, you know? And so it's, I have nothing else to say. Like, this stuff changed me. And if you're ever having any issues with pooping or bloating, or if you're just like, oh my God, I feel disgusting, this stuff can help you lose weight. I can't make that as a claim. I mean, it can, but it's not a medical claim that I'm saying. I have to be careful of that. I told you I ramble, and then when I ramble, I say things I probably shouldn't say, or I'm gonna go slap on the wrist, but whatever. Better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. So this tea paved the way for me to change my life. And I still remember, the day this kicked in within 2 hours. I remember crying. I was on the toilet crying. Who cries on the toilet? Me. Especially when you're really happy. And so it's seriously like, it's been the greatest adventure with this tea. I don't mind the taste of it. Some people find it a little bit too earthy, if you will, but I also found you can mix it with stuff like water flavorings that I get at Walmart, because hubby and I, we need to drink more water, but he doesn't like the taste of water because it's boring. So I was like, well, let's get you some teas, like, or some water flavors and stuff like that. So we've mixed a tea with one of his water flavorings. He drank it. Rodolfo drank it. He doesn't drink anything that I give him. It's probably medicine. Yeah, you're right. But he drank it. It was ridiculous. He's like, oh yeah. And then within hours, he's like, okay, can we be like one time with this tea, or does it have to be the whole week? And I was like, well, let's try a whole week on it and see how you do. So I kind of tortured him with that, because yeah, if he has to poop a lot, he kind of has problems. But I had to show you, and I had to tell you my story about this tea and just how it's changed me. I'm not the kind of person that's gonna be like, yeah, it's a great tea, haha, you should buy it. No. If you have problems like I did using the bathroom and having bowel movements regularly, and you've tried all of the things, and you've tried all the stool softeners and the laxatives and the enemas, and it's just, this stuff changes you, and it changes it'll change your whole mindset, because you'll finally realize, oh my God, what else can I do? Oh, it's an amazing tea, and please let me know if you want a sample. I would be more than happy to send you a sample. I have plenty right here, but I would love to share this with you. I have to share this with you guys because it's so phenomenal. And yes, Justine, what's on the back of my shirt is one I made that has my transformation photo on it, because I have lost 31 pounds and counting. So this is my new gym shirt. I'm gonna wear this to the gym and start getting people interested, because not only do I do the tea and my NutriBurst, I do take my NRG, which is my gym bestie. This, oh God, where'd it go? This stuff right here, I will never change from anything. This stuff, energy, right here. I'm not going to anything else except for this. This little capsule gets me through 90-minute workouts without even batting my eye. I used to sit there and just yawn and be like, oh my God, is this walk over yet? Like, can I finally go back to the house? Can I just get off this treadmill? No, this stuff makes me go, all right, 30 minutes, maybe I can go another 5. Let's do that. Let's up the time. Let's go. I one time went an entire hour on the elliptical because of this stuff, and I didn't even realize it. I was like, nah, let's just keep going. An hour later, I was like, oh, because the clock on the machines don't go farther than 59 minutes and 59 seconds. And so I was like, I remember still working on it, and I was like, why isn't it going up? I was like clicking the button. I'm like, I want to go to like 80 minutes. And then I was like, oh, well, I've been on here for 60 minutes already? Oh crap, I better get off because somebody's gonna yell at me. But this stuff, this NRG, it keeps me focused on my workout, which is really hard for me because focus is really difficult. Yeah, focus is difficult for anybody. But it's a collection of all of these products that I started out with the tea, and then, I started out with just the regular, I call it the OG tea. the OG detox tea. But I started out with the OG tea. Then I went to the NutriBurst. And then I went to NRG. And then I started sampling the CBD tea, which is also a detox tea, but this stuff has CBD in it. And there's no THC in it, just regular CBD, and it's calming. I take this at night so I can actually relax and go to sleep because I have a lot of muscle twitches like at night. Sometimes my husband's like, you kept me awake until 3 o'clock with your twitching, your leg twitching and your arm twitching. I'm like, I'm sorry. But if I take this, my body gets calm and I can rest and he can rest. And this is also a, Edmund Simon. Oh, thank you. Yes, I am beautiful. Thank you. I'm just kidding. Well, I am, but this CBD tea is phenomenal. So, yeah, we have I can't want to say orange, an original detox tea, and then we have the lemon CBD tea. This is my favorite. We also have a raspberry CBD tea. Now, again, these don't have THC. These are not THC. I live in Oregon, okay, where weed is legal and people smoke it daily. This stuff, and they still drug test here. This stuff, you're not gonna get anything on a test. There's no THC in this. No, it's all CBD, and it's all to calm you. And it's also still a detox. This is still a detox tea. So this will still help you have those bowel movements. But it'll also give you a little bit of CBD so you can kind of chill, relax, feel a little bit more loosey-goosey, but you're not like, gray-goosey. This stuff really does help you just calm down if you're having a day, if you had a day. And even you can take this in the morning if you want. All it's going to do is just going to make you feel a little bit more and less. So, I mean, this all literally just happened to me in the last 8 months. All of this stuff changed my life in 8 months. And you know what? Every time I feel like I'm going really slow or I'm not doing enough, which I do a lot, but up to my own standards and keeping it's that whole thing of you're your own worst critic and you're your own worst enemy kind of thing. 8 months of these, I don't even know where I could possibly be in 8 more months. I don't know where I could possibly be in 6 months. I don't even know if I'm going to be even in this position or in this mindset in a month. I could be even more higher. I could have a higher frequency of living, of wanting to better myself. And like this stuff just transformed me. It transformed my body to help me transform my mind to say, you know what, girl, this stuff can happen for you. Anything can happen for you. If you just believe, in fairies, if you just believe in yourself. And I do have a hard time believing in myself because, everybody thinks I'm great, but I'm like, I don't think I'm that great, but I spend all my time with me. So you would think I'd like myself, but this stuff has just helped me get a new lease on my future, not a new lease on life, my future, because I can finally see I can do really good and really big things for myself. And this stuff gave me the energy and the focus and the poops to make that future real. And so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up because I still probably could talk for like another hour about how good this stuff makes me feel. But you know what? I'll save it for another time. But I did really want to share my story with you guys, and I really wanted to say it and tell it from the heart. Because I try to make everything right, perfect, but there's no perfection, only happy mistakes. Thanks, Bob Ross. But thank you for stopping by and watching. I really appreciate you guys. Justine, you are everything. You're the best coach. You're the best business partner. And I'm so excited to grow with you, girl. I'm excited to grow with everybody. If you do have questions or if you want a sample, please just DM me. I don't care. I will always answer. Even if you don't, I'm still here. Because I'm not going anywhere because these are not going any. That's going on the floor because it fell, but these are not going anywhere. These are staying in my life forever. And you're going to be seeing more of them. And so I hope that you guys were able to take something away from this. And yes, Justine, I will save the live if I can figure out how to do that. But thank you for stopping by. I appreciate everybody that came by. Thanks for seeing my live where I wasn't a whole total awkward mess. So thank you, and I love you all, and we'll see you later. Justine, how do I save it?